10 things you guys did not know about Call of Duty World War II that I will be letting you guys know right here in this video, covering information like zombies for COD World War II, competitive Call of Duty, supply drop information. All of it can be found here within this video. Recently, there was a huge Reddit AMA, Ask Me Anything, all about Call of Duty World War II, where some of the Sledghammer developer heads went online to answer questions that we had never had the answers to before, and I've collated all of the most important piece of information for you guys in this video right here. If you're excited, give a video a thumbs up, and if you find something you've never heard before, again, give it a big fat thumbs up and show all of the support you can for this video as we dive straight into 10 things you guys did not know about COD World War II. Straight in at number 1, we are not messing around. Zombies information will be coming a lot sooner than we first thought. Normally, zombies is the final thing we get information for when it comes to a brand new Call of Duty game. We typically get the single player trailer, multiplayer information, and then zombies right at the end of the year, typically around August, September time. So very close to the actual release of a Call of Duty. However, since we've already had multiplayer gameplay and information already released, and it has only just gone halfway through the year, Michael Condrey from Sledghammer Games, the guys that are making Call of Duty World War II, have said that we'll be getting zombies information a lot sooner than we first thought. This means you guys need to be keeping your eyes peeled right here on the channel, as zombies information could be dropping at any time, and there are rumors that are currently being circulating that the zombies mode for Call of Duty World War II will be a third-person experience. We already know it is going to be a lot more horrifying, scary, and terrifying than previous zombie games. Obviously, Sledghammer Games have worked on Dead Space in the past, and a lot of that inspiration will be pulled from that game, so stay tuned for more zombies information very, very soon, which is very exciting indeed. At number 2, supply drop information. Supply drops have been 100% confirmed now for Call of Duty World War II. However, the plan is for supply drops to only include weapon variant and gears that will only have cosmetic changes at launch. On screen here, you can go through some fan-made images which basically demonstrates how weapons can have cosmetic changes. This comes from Reddit users FPS Gamer 2000 and DNDo, who have put all of these images together. I'll link them down below in the description, but it gives you a great visualization of how some of the weapons could change and look different with cosmetic features only. Now, they say that this will be the case at launch, but they've said with almost every Call of Duty game that supply drops will only have cosmetic changes, and then as soon as the game comes out, they go and throw in weapon variants, they go and throw in DLC weapons. So I don't know. I don't really hold them to that at the moment. I think that will definitely change as soon as the game comes out, so we'll have to see. But for the moment, guys, supply drops will only have cosmetic changes, no weapon variants like the hundreds we saw in Advanced Warfare, and for the moment, no DLC weapons either. But I think you're going to have to stay tuned for more information on that, because I think post-launch that will change. At number 3, for all of you Nintendo fanboys out there, including myself, the Nintendo Switch will not have a version of Call of Duty World War II, unfortunately. Short and sweet answer there. They have sometimes ported Call of Duty games to Nintendo consoles in the past. I played a lot of COD World at War on the Wii back in the day, but for the moment, they're not focusing on development for the Nintendo Switch, unfortunately, so it's only going to be PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions that will have Call of Duty World War II. At number 4, the campaign will, unfortunately, only have a single-player experience. There'll be no option for cooperative play. Now, despite the fact that a lot of the very first images we got for Call of Duty World War II showed an emphasis on the squad and the team that was surrounding the main player that we have seen so far for the campaign, I definitely would have hedged my bets on the fact that there would be a up to 4-player cooperative experience for the campaign, but that is not the case. Yes, there will be an emphasis on you, your team, your squad around you within the single-player experience, but that doesn't mean you can grab your friend and pull them in to be that teammate or to be that friend, unfortunately. I am a little disappointed with this. I don't know about you guys. Let me know down below in the comment section, but I personally think a World War II cooperative campaign experience would have been absolutely awesome, but I guess the whole development for a campaign experience where multiple people can be coming in and controlling lots of characters would have just been way too much work, unfortunately, so we won't be seeing that for COD World War II. At number 5, 5, we know that multiplayer will have different divisions, and within those divisions, you can actually go ahead and do training, which will give you basically what we're used to knowing as perks. So once you train up a division, you unlock different perks and assets for your classes. And it is being confirmed that within multiplayer, obviously, when you die, your score streaks will go back to the beginning and you have to build them back up again. So if you want those big score streaks, you have to be going on big streaks. However, one of the divisions, which is yet to be confirmed, will have a basic training perk, which will allow you to continue your score streak progress despite dying. However, it will make the score of all of your streaks significantly higher. We have seen this in the past. There's been support packages, and basically this has been implemented in Call of Duty previously, but when they've bumped up the score of these score streaks so much, even if you put on the highest score streak in the game, you may not get it in a game, or if you did get it, it would take the whole match to build it up. It's nice for those guys out there that aren't quite as good as going on those big kill streaks and want to give those streaks a go within a public game. However, it does lead on nicely to number 6, which is the fact that there is going to be a designated score streak testing area within headquarters of Call of Duty World War II. For those of you guys that don't know, headquarters is going to be like the community hub for Call of Duty World War II. This is going to be the place where you hang out in between games. You can walk to the firing range, test out your weaponry. You can prestige in front of everyone, in fact, within the headquarters area, which is very cool indeed. And one of the additional features of headquarters will be the ability to jump into a score streak testing area where you can go ahead and try any score streak you wish within an open map environment, which is great for those of you guys who just pick up the game, want to know how certain score streaks work, or maybe you just don't really get a chance to use them very much. You want to see exactly how those big bad boy streaks work when they're actually used. I think this is very cool. I personally will be jumping straight in and using that straight away to see how everything works myself before choosing my score streaks. So a very cool new addition to Call of Duty. And number 7, a little bit more of a technical piece of information here, but the server tick rate will be set to around 60 Hertz, which basically means packet information and data will be sent around 60 times a second, which is very, very quick indeed, which is great. Which means all of the online experience, like hit detection, where your character is when you get shot, will be clean and hopefully as lag-free as possible. So you're not running around a corner and then dropping when you're around the corner because you think you're in cover, but actually your character's lagging behind you a little bit, and your bullet registration should be a lot cleaner and a lot crisper. Basically meaning that the experience online will be as lag-free, or at least lag will be the minimal amount possible, which is great news for everyone on every single level. We always want Call of Duty to be as lag-free as possible, and this news is great news, and obviously once the game comes out, we'll have to see it for ourselves, but at a 60 Hertz refresh rate, that is amazing, and it should mean that we're having a great multiplayer experience. Moving on to number 8, this is a little bit of an interesting one. There's going to be a focus on historically accurate gear and uniform for characters at launch. This links back into the supply drop point that I made earlier, which is post-launch, I'm pretty sure they're going to mix up what's going to be in those supply drops. A great example is that supply drops in Modern Warfare Remastered were not meant to have any sort of weapon variants at all. The game was not meant to have any weapon variants at all. And then they went ahead and they've added in literally probably 10 plus DLC weapons into Modern Warfare Remastered, despite saying that at launch it would be an accurate remake of COD 4. They changed things post-launch, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen again, but specifically focusing on the cosmetic gear this time for your character. That kind of hints at the fact that we could be going as crazy as Advanced Warfare went with clown suits, gingerbread masks. I mean, that was nothing like the game when it initially came out. But I think that is the way that Call of Duty World War II is going to go. Maybe not straight away, but potentially a few months after launch. So don't be surprised if you jump in and see people running around with crazy, crazy gear and costumes on. I think they're going to be throwing in some crazy gear post-launch. Just be aware of that. At number 9, something we haven't talked about in Call of Duty in a while, but unfortunately there will not be clan support in COD World War II. A big throwback for myself was the Allier clan I put together in Call of Duty Ghosts. We actually ranked up that clan a lot. There were specific clan battles that went down as well. And it basically allowed you to put a clan together of, I think it was up to about 100 players. And then everyone in your clan, all of your playtime, all of your progress, and all of your clan support will be put together as one united score and one united clan. We haven't really seen clan support in a while in Call of Duty. and unfortunately it will not be returning for Call of Duty World War II. I think it would be quite awesome. I'm playing a little bit of Clash of Clans at the moment, and there's a heavy emphasis obviously on clans and working together as a team, and I think it would have been cool to bring it back. However, just because there's no clan support, it leads on to our 10th and final point, which is the fact that Sledghammer Games have been working closely already with competitive players for Call of Duty World War II's competitive side. They're focusing on both a ranked play and a game battles integration into Call of Duty World War II, which is very cool. In fact, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare had a feature where game battles has been directly integrated into the multiplayer experience, and it looks like this support is going to be carried over to COD World War II, which is very exciting indeed. Whether or not you do play competitively or just like to watch the odd competitive game, I think having that support is always very important, and with the competitive input, it then means that as a result, the casual play is also adjusted and tweaked accordingly in case something is a little bit too broken or some glitches are found, which is often by the competitive guys because they're always searching for the most broken thing in the game. It means basically the whole experience overall in multiplayer should be as refined as possible, and there's going to be more esports information coming this summer regarding Call of Duty World War II. So with that 10th and final point, guys, that wraps up 10 things you most likely did not know about Call of Duty World War II. Let me know which thing you think is most interesting out of this top 10 list, and let me know if there's anything you're still worried or still got some questions about, and maybe I can try and answer them for you guys in the comment section. I'll link to all the information I've talked about in this video down below in the comment section, including the customized cosmetic weapons that I found on Reddit as well, because they look so awesome, and hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. As I said, make sure you're subscribing. We've got zombies information, competitive information, maybe even more supply drop information coming throughout this year, leading up to its launch on November the 3rd this year. So hopefully you've really enjoyed this video. Hopefully you've learned several new things. I can't wait for even more COD World War II information, as you guys know, and I'll see you very soon for another brand new video. Thank you very much for watching.